Benjamin, there's a couple of things that could have shot this plane down. It could have been anti-aircraft artillery, large bullets from the ground. It could have been a heat-seeking missile, or it could have been a radar-guided missile. Sometimes you only know about the threat if you see it visually, but especially if it's a radar-guided missile, your systems would be telling you that it's inbound. You would be doing defensive maneuvers and have electronic capabilities to try to defeat it, and it would only be after you were struck and the plane could no longer continue that you would make the decision to eject.
In general, does the pilot that we're still searching for, does he have a way of communicating with the people who are looking for him without tipping off the Iranians? I mean, he can't send a flare, he or she can't send a flare because presumably the Iranians would see it. So is there some other way that this person can communicate with the rescuers?
Anita, there are systems both in the aircraft, in the ejection seat, and on the pilot or combat system operator that would let rescuers know about their whereabouts. And then there are secure communication tools that they could use then to positively communicate to the rescuers and identify themselves and make sure that it's not a fake rescue, but it's actually our pilot and our CISO that needs to be rescued.
I suppose there would also be a danger for the helicopter pilots who are coming in for the search and rescue. They must be coming in low. They will be well aware that there's perhaps some kind of danger to aircraft. How will that affect the search and rescue?
Benjamin, to fighter pilots, those combat search and rescue operators are our heroes, that they are always poised to be ready to do what they're doing right now in very dense, threatening environments. They are skilled, they are exercised, they are trained, and while we talk about search and rescue, there's also a suppression part of that, where there are defensive capabilities that are embedded in the package of combat search and rescue so that they can defend themselves and be defended as they go about their heroic, very difficult mission of finding that pilot and finding that CISO.
Yeah. Brigadier General John Teichert, thank you so much for joining us today.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.